What's going on, guys? Just wanted to make a quick video today of what's going on in the Coleman Garage. Went ahead and pulled off this boost gauge from the parts S4 and didn't get installed on this today. Check it out. Here's the parts cars. As you can see, it's already been robbed of some things. Took the gauge off. So that's what I'm gonna do real quick today. Go ahead and walk you through it. So here's the boost gauge. It's pretty simple. It's just power, ground, and boost wire. I'm still not sure where exactly I'm going to mount it or how I'm going to mount it because I don't have the gauge pod for it, which I know I should wait for the gauge pod. I have this, but it is not removable. This is an air-fuel ratio, which is probably the most important gauge, but the wiring for that in the parts car is a nightmare, so I haven't taken it off. I'm going to do something along the lines of this and run the wires through that air vent, and it'll just sit like this for now until I thought I had some T fittings, but I guess not. I only have two-way fittings, so I'm going to have to rob one off of the parts S4. There's one. Here's another one on the same line as each other, and then here's what he had the boost gauge running off of. It's kind of small. I just feel like the inlets are too small. Maybe they're going to restrict airflow. Would that affect boost pressure? So after looking at these two T fittings, I don't think the bigger one, the white one, is going to work because this boost wire that comes off the gauge is really small. So I might just run the smaller gauge one that came with it because this fits on here. So now that I got the T fitting set, I haven't cut anything yet because I'm going to set up the wires and run them through the firewall first. So first things first, I'm going to be removing this panel. It's already cracked up from previous owner attempting. I have this handy dandy Volkswagen removal tool that I scratched off the Volk. Boom. So originally I wanted to put the boost gauge into this, but I thought it was stuck in here. And my dad's like, no, it shouldn't be. And I started pulling on it and wiggling it, and it's just a snug fit. So I'm pretty sure that comes out nice. And this should be able to go right in here. Just like it belongs there. So now that I have the boost gauge mounted and the steering wheel column that I want, I need to figure out how to get this on here. And this should be good. I think I can run the wires through here. Actually, I'm going to have to take this bottom panel off. But before I do that, I think I'm going to disconnect the battery real quick. Let's go back under the dash. I'm gonna use my swag plastic removal tool to take off this and this little panel here. Pop that out. And there's also one over here on the side by the fuses. So there's 3 total. My boy Rod just pulled up. I'm going to pause the boost gauge installation for real quick. Gotta run to the store. My boy Rod just pulled up on me. We're gonna run to AutoZone real quick and grab some things. Be right back. I'm going to change the transmission oil. In the GLI. I think that's what I want.
Yeah, if I said it'd be hard to flag, I think
drain bucket. the new oil in.
What? Huh? Oil? Who said something about oil, bitch? You cooking?
That's the oil change wrapped up on Rod's Challenger. He's about to head back to his house across town. Installing the boost gauge. So now that we have this sitting here like we want it, should look something like this. All I need to do now is run these wires right underneath here. Out, so this should just pull right off. I say that as it struggles to pull off. Oh, there might be another 8 mil right there.
Bruh.
Uh-huh. Don't ever fight it. If it feels like something's stuck on there, something's stuck on there. Now that I have that out of the way, it should be easy to pull this through. You really don't want to touch this fucking fiberglass bullshit. You'll be regretting it for a week. I think I just touched it a little bit.
What is you doing, baby?
Try to run my wires through here somehow. With the ECU tray out of the way, if you look ever so slightly down that hole right there. So somehow, somewhere through here, all this chaos is way up. Struggling trying to get that little bitty wire through that hole, so I think I'm gonna try to tape it. Where's my tape? I'm gonna try to tape it to something long and skinny.
Bruh.
What can work? This maybe. So I taped the whole thing with electrical tape just because I feel like when you bend it, it's kind of brittle. I feel like if it was any colder outside, this shit would just crack. So taped the whole thing with electrical tape just so I have peace of mind. And then went ahead and taped the end to this metal stick, reach it and push it through this hole. Just like that. I can undo the tape and finish running the line. Here's another little idea I'm gonna do. I need to run this line through here to right here. There's a rubber grommet blocking this off. Well, I want to keep the grommet, so I just poked a hole right through there. So now I can run the line. Put this back like so, and this can come and go from there. I need to cut air fuel line. Okay. Guess this is the strongest line in the world.
Strength, no weakness. We don't do weakness. We do muscle.
There we go. I guess I couldn't really use the bigger one. This barely gonna fit in here. So after cutting the line to the fuel pressure regulator, got my T fitting in there. My nice race car standard zip ties on there holding it in place. Even though it's not going anywhere already, it was already a whole bitch to get it on there. But now all I need to do is attach this to this, ran it through my rubber grommet, looks super smooth, and then I'll hide this wire somehow in the ECU box. So now that I have my wires run, boost gauge is installed, have the black ground wire grounded to this bolt here, and then my red wire right to number 75. Somebody in the forum said that's where you run it, so I'm hoping I did it right. So battery's back on, we have power, everything is connected. That means it lights up.
Mission accomplished. Good work.
If I was you, I watch what you say to me. Snakes all in my bed, wanna lay with me. This ain't no motherfucking game, why you play with me? Don't play with me, this the only thing I love. I love, 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 love. I love, I love, 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 love. I love, I love, 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 love. I love, don't play with me, this the only thing I love. I love, 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 love. I love, I love, 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 love. I love, I love, 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 love. I love, look, I love it when they count me out. I'm a soldier. Love when they think I ain't cool, cause I'm sober. You used to love when we was down, we was closer. But I stopped loving ever since I got fucked over. Hold on, call me, I don't know you. You gotta keep that same energy. I'm not no regular entity. I'm not your friend, I'm your enemy. I don't know what's gotten into me lately. I'm just feeling finicky. Lately, I just want the cake and the greatest amenities. Lately, I ain't got no sympathy. Aim at the industry. This ain't the way that they picture me. What's your identity? I guess I'm lining them up. I keep my 9 at the club.
Okay, so vacuum works, reading negative, that's what you want. What you don't want is your gas light on.